Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight for the press conference before the fourth round of the SuperEnduro FIM World Championship. We are here with the leaders of the classes of the SuperEnduro, of course, and with us there is Milan Riegel, the leader of the junior class, and also top three, although there are four of them, but top three of the prestige class, Eddie Karlsson, Mitch Brightmore, Johnny Walker and Billy Bolt. So let's start with the Milan Schmusser. Milan, I hope that none of you will feel offended if I call you mini Billy Bolt, because you both guys are leaders of your classes. Both of you have 40 points ahead of the second one, and both of you are eager to win when we look at you when you're racing. So how do you feel as a leader of your class after 3 rounds in the middle of the season?
Yeah, definitely good, but yeah, we have 4 races left, and yeah, nothing is over, but nothing is win.
All right, but how do you feel with being the leader? Are you feel any pressure, or are you just focusing on your own racing? Do you feel pressure from your rivals from the 3rd and 2nd place?
I think there's no more pressure if you lead or if you're second, because if you're second, you want to be the first one, and yeah, if you're second and you go from race to race and the points getting less, you have also the pressure. So I don't think I have more pressure if I lead the field or I'm second or third.
Okay, and what do you think about the Budapest? Because you have some good memories from here, from last season, a tough battle with Mark Fernandez. You took a lot of risk, to be fair, when it comes to the last season. So how do you recall that competition from the last year?
Yeah, every year I like the track. Corey and the team did a good job. Like the tracks, I miss now the big jump, but yeah, I think the track is good, and I'm happy to be here.
We are obviously also happy that you are here with us. So, what do you think about tomorrow? What is your approach for tomorrow?
Win.
Obviously, 3 times.
I hope so.
All right. So, do you feel like a more mature rider right now when you compare yourself to the last season?
Not really.
All right. And how about this season? Because we are after 3 rounds. Can you say which track so far taught you was the toughest? Which one taught you the most, or which one was the biggest fun for you? Or maybe it's all the same.
To be honest, I don't like the tracks in Germany this year, in Poland this year, and yeah, Spain was the best one, I think so, because it was a little bit tougher than Germany and Poland, and I think Hungary is the best one.
Okay, thank you so much, Milan, and let's move forward to Eddie. So Eddie, I want to ask you, is it so far so good when you look at yourself on the 3rd place in the middle of the season, or you feel a bit of disappointment because there was only one podium for you in Gliwice in Poland? So do you feel like you should earn more so far, or when you compare yourself to what was last year, where were you last year, it's still a great success for you?
No, I feel I have improved this year, like from last year, and I'm not disappointed about my results. We keep working on and learning from every race, and so far so happy and good.
And I also want to ask you about the new FIM regulation that came up like few days ago. FIM will reduce the weight bike for start from 117 kilos to 113. I know that so far you didn't manage to reduce the weight to 117, but what do you think about that? And do you take part in all of this process to reduce weight from your bikes? How does it look like?
Yeah, of course. This last week we have worked on the bike for try to get it a little lighter, and for sure it's improved the bike a little bit more and gonna be a bit easier to ride, especially when it's tricky parts and this. So yeah, I like it. We will see what we can get.
I bet that you like to obviously race and to be on the bike, but what do you think about all this process to work on the reducing the bike, the technical stuff?
No, it's super fun. It's still so new project with Stark and everything, and I feel we improve every race and every moments, and it's still a new thing to involve in the sport, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
And what about this third place that you share with Mitch? How do you look for the competition with Mitch?
Yeah, he's a strong competitor, and we will see tomorrow night what we will for sure have some good fight, I hope.
It's a great pleasure, obviously, to look at you on the track, because obviously we can see how Billy and Johnny are fighting for the first place, but at the third and fourth place, there's also a big battle between you two. So what do you think about the track that you're going to race tomorrow? What do you think about the Budapest at all?
So far, what I see, it looks pretty technical again, and I have not seen the last changes they do now, but so far it's really technical. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a bit slow on the track tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much, Mitch.
Thank you.
Nagy. So I will also ask you about the competition between you two with Eddie. So how do you see this competition between you two?
To be honest, I've been a bit off the pace throughout the start of the season. Struggled with, I don't know what, but had a bit of an injury in Bilbao, and sorted myself out, made me slow down a bit, and obviously brought me within the fight of the third place in the championship. So yeah, it's good to be where I'm at, and just keep rolling with the new mindset, and yeah, just keep having fun.
Yeah, obviously I would also like to ask you about how do you feel with your shoulder, because we know that you dislocated it in Bilbao.
To be honest, it's pretty good right now. There's not much pain. I think I was pretty lucky with getting the shoulder back in pretty fast. I was still warm, so didn't damage the shoulder too much, and then taped it up pretty good for Bilbao, and had a good few days rest back in Spain, and yeah, just feeling pretty good with the situation I'm in.
And also those 2 weeks that we had between the last round and today definitely helped you to get better, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think the rest was well needed, and now I feel pretty good with myself, and had a few days riding and not much pain. So yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, and I also wanted to ask you, because as you mentioned, you were injured in Bilbao, but still managed to make the best result this season. So how was it for you? Like, what do you think about it? Was it like the adrenaline, or are you just that kind of person that when you feel like you need to focus more, like you need to make yourself more into something, even though with your injury you are just getting better, or how is it for you?
I think I was pretty lucky with how the track was and my injury. Like, it was kind of a track where mistakes happened a lot, and I sort of just backed off quite a lot and just rode my own race and made really no mistakes, and put me in pretty good position with a third position. So yeah, it was a good situation out of a bad situation.
Okay, thank you so much, Mitch. And also, obviously, I wanted to ask you about the track, because you're the one that is going to show us the track tomorrow in the TV, obviously. So can you tell us a bit more about what we are going to see tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool track. It's always tricky when they put the S-bend in, and then especially with a rock garden on it. So yeah, I think we'll make for some good racing. I think they've made a few changes just to give the track a little bit more flow, and yeah, it's the same for everybody, so we just ride it.
Okay, thank you so much. Now let's move forward to Johnny. Johnny, as I mentioned, it's a very nice thing to look at you and Billy fighting each other on the track. But as I saw in the Bilbao, you absolutely mastered the whole show. Like the gating was your thing. But then on the track, during the race, there were some mistakes that you didn't manage to recover well. So do you focus on those mistakes, how to reduce them? Because we know that sport is all about the mistakes and you can't avoid it. But what do you work on right now?
No, yeah, I think in Bilbao I didn't have the speed. I know I didn't, so I knew I had to get the start, and I never got the start in the first 2 rounds where I felt like I was riding pretty good. Where in Bilbao I just struggled. I didn't have the speed, so yeah, I just tried to hold Billy off as long as I could, and then I knew that I didn't have the pace to run a full race, because he's good on them tracks for sure. So Yeah, that's it. So like here, the track's a bit different. I feel a bit more confident. Hopefully we can get some good starts and we're going to be in for some good racing.
Yeah, you definitely can feel confident because last season you won Super Pole here, so Budapest is kind of lucky for you.
Yeah, I like the stadium. The track's usually pretty good. Karlsson does a good job of the track, so it's quite jumpy some bits of the track. You obviously got the technical rock section, but I think it's going to be not be too bad.
And when it comes to the rivalry between you and Billy, because we know that you're friends, you like each other and so on, but is it frustrating that he is able to use your mistakes and to pass you like over and over again? Or are you just a bit maybe amazed by what is he doing? How does it look like from your perspective?
No, I'm honestly just happy to still be racing. I feel like I'm quite old in the sport now, and I still feel like I'm riding good. I do some good things every now and then. So yeah, I'll keep racing as long as I can. I'll keep putting up a fight as long as I can to him. And yeah, that's it really.
Okay, but you're still losing 40 points in general. Do you still think about getting the world champion title, or you are more focused on secure the second place?
No, obviously the main goal is to win. Triumph want me to win, so I'll go out and do my best. We're 3 rounds in. We've got 4 to go, so I'll do my best. Anything can happen on these sort of tracks, and you know I've been in a position where I've been leading the championship and stuff's gone wrong. So I know what it's like. I'll do my best, and yeah, we'll be good. We'll keep trying. Okay,
thank you so much. And now Billy Bolt. Billy, I asked Johnny about the fight between you two on the first place. Then I wanted to ask you: do you imagine yourself already holding the world champion title by the end of this season, or at the end of the season, or you're still thinking that there are 4 rounds ahead and you still need to stay focused?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the job. We're not even halfway through the championship, so that's definitely a long way into the future. Obviously, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't the goal and the target to aim towards the end of the year, and that's, like I say, that's the goal ultimately. But for now, we have a race here in Budapest, 3 more rounds after that. There's a lot of racing to go. As Johnny said, motorbike racing, anything can happen. So I've been in this position a few times now, and I'm very grateful to be in the position I'm in, but I also don't take it for granted. I keep working hard in between every round, as I have done every year, all the way to the end. Like I say, anything can happen. The guys are hungry. Like I keep saying, I've had a target on my back for a while now, and I know that they're using that as motivation to keep training, to try and catch me up, and I have to also use it as motivation to keep pushing and trying to keep this gap that I have.
That is actually something that I was wondering. How can you still find the motivation? Because, like you mentioned many times, it may look easy for you because you're winning with so many points every time. Basically, you lost 1 race this season, but you still find the motivation to be better. So how does it feel for you that that you can be second and still have a lot of points ahead? So how does it feel for you?
To be honest, I enjoy riding my bike, and no matter what I do, I want to be the best at it. I want to be the best version of myself no matter what I do in life, whether that be riding a motorbike or something else. So it just so happens that for now I race motorbikes, and my goal is to be the best at that, and we'll keep working to continue to be that.
And when it comes to riding bikes, not only SuperEnduro bikes, but I think that last week you were in Verona for the car park race, like some kind of event. So how was it for you?
Yeah, that was my SuperEnduro bike. It was nice to be there. Obviously, I always enjoy going to Italy. It's a shame we don't have a SuperEnduro around there because the off-road enduro scene or market there is, I think, really big and really passionate as ever. So it was good. It was more of a show, but in the end, I think with how the weather was and everything else, it actually turned into be quite good training. The race was on asphalt, and it actually worked out pretty good. Like I say, I enjoyed it. It was more of a show, but it was still time on my bike. Did a couple of races and got the heart rate up a little bit, so it was nice.
And one more last question about the track tomorrow in Budapest, because we know that that in Bilbao it was a very difficult, very hard track for you, all of you guys. So what do you think about what we're going to see tomorrow?
I think it's difficult again. It's a real mix. You have quite an open half with a lot of space, but I think actually that side of the track will be quite fast and get quite rough, and they will be really tough racing and a lot of space to move around and pass people and stuff. And then the top half where the rocks are is kind of super tight. I don't actually really like it, to be honest. I think it's too tight and kind of overcomplicated for what it needs to be. But at the end of the day, the track's there. Everyone has to race around the same track. I think they're going to make some changes now just to try and, keep it flowing and get some lines. So it'll be interesting. As always, it's like I say, it's a small area with 14 other guys racing. So there's it doesn't matter kind of what's out there. You have to, give it 100% respect and maximum effort and see what you can do. So no, I think, like I say, it's not my favorite track, but in the end, I think it's still going to be good to race around.
Okay, thank you so much, Billy. Are there any questions from you guys? Okay, no question. Thank you so much, guys. Good luck tomorrow. See you tomorrow.